Every tree is a library of time, its life story written in a patient, circular language. Scientists call it dendrochronology, a way to read the history of droughts and fires, of good years and lean years. But this is a language of data, of survival. What of the other stories? The story of the starlight from a forgotten constellation, the sound of a language no longer spoken, the feeling of a sun that warmed a different world. The oldest traditions say that a tree does not just record the climate, it records the world. They speak of a way to access not just the rings of time, but the echoes of memory stored within the ancient silent heartwood. It is a secret that can't be cut out with a saw, only felt with a soul. There is a forest, high in the desolate mountains, known to the old ones as the archive of ancients. Here, the trees are gnarled, twisted things, sculpted by millennia of wind and ice. They are Bristlecone Pines, the oldest living beings on our planet. Some have stood on these slopes for 5,000 years. They are not merely trees. They are silent, patient sentinels of deep time. To walk among them is to walk through a council of elders who were already old when empires were young. Their wood is dense, almost like stone, and their bark is a roadmap of centuries. It is here, among these ancient beings, that the legend of the Heartwood Echo is most potent. The legend is not one of magic, but of connection. It claims that the heartwood, the dense, unliving core of the oldest trees, does not truly die. Instead, it becomes a perfect vessel for memory. It absorbs the profound moments of its long existence. The flash of a meteor shower that passed 4,000 years ago, the deep rumble of a volcanic winter, the feeling of sunlight after the ice age receded. These are not memories in the human sense. They are sensory imprints, echoes of reality held in suspended animation. The ancients believed one could not read these memories, but with patience, meditation, and reverence, one could experience them. The ritual was simple. Find the eldest of the elders, quiet your own heart, and listen not with your ears, but with your skin, with your bones. I found the one they call the chronicler. A tree so old its trunk was more stone than wood, its branches a twisted calligraphy against the stark blue sky. I had journeyed to this place seeking a story, but as I stood before it, I realized my own story was but a single word on a single page of its immense library. I followed the old way. I cleared my mind of the noise of my own time, of the anxieties of a life that is but a flicker in its long gaze. The air was thin and cold. The only sound was the low hum of the wind. I placed my hand, warm and soft, against the cold, hard bark that had felt the sun of 5,000 summers. I closed my eyes, and I waited. For a long time, there was nothing but the feeling of rough bark and the cold. But then, something shifted. It was not a sound, but a feeling, a vibration that traveled from the wood into my hand, up my arm, and into the core of my being. And then, the echoes came. Not as thoughts, but as pure sensation, a flash of impossible, brilliant green light in the night sky, an aurora from a time when the planet's magnetic poles were different, a deep, gut-shaking rumble that was not thunder, but the footstep of a beast long extinct, the feeling of warmth, not from our sun, but the intense, suffocating heat of a nearby wildfire that the tree survived 3,000 years ago. I felt the deep, agonizing cold of a winter that lasted a decade. I saw a sky filled with more stars than I could ever imagine. I was not just touching a tree. I was touching time itself. The secret the trees keep is not a what, but a when. It is the memory of the world itself. When I finally pulled my hand away, I was trembling. The sun was setting, painting the ancient wood in hues of orange and gold. The tree remained silent, impassive, its secrets once again locked away. But I was changed. To know that a single living being has held so much of the world within itself is a humbling and profound experience. A forest is not just a collection of trees. It is a library of echoes. a silent council of witnesses. We walk among them, lost in our own fleeting moments, while they stand patient, holding the memory of millennia within their wooden hearts. They remember so that the world will not forget. And sometimes, if we are quiet enough, they let us remember with them.